Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Julie, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you all of my favorite makeup products from 2018. Not all of these products came out in 2018, but they're all things that I loved during the year. I'll go ahead and list everything that is in this video down below so that you can check them out if you're interested. My first favorite is coffee. Actually, and this adorable mug that one of my very, very best friends got me. Isn't it cute? And my lipstick. But yeah, coffee will always be a favorite. I think I'm gonna go backwards. So the first thing is this Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. I absolutely love this. Not only does the setting spray make everything melt together really nicely on your face, like if you do your full face of makeup, no matter what, if you spray this on at the end, it's going to blend together better and it's just gonna look nicer. It's going to look more natural. On top of that, this is the one setting spray that I use that I actually notice a difference in my wear time with my makeup. It's not a huge difference, but just the fact that I notice it all is a big deal. I don't think I've ever noticed that. And after using some different setting sprays, I realized how much better this one was. I got this one at Ulta during a sale. It was like half off. So keep an eye out for those sales because this is really worth it if you can get a deal on it. Otherwise, I mean, any setting spray can kind of blend together your makeup, but this one is a step above the rest and worth it if you can find a good deal. My next favorite is actually a line of lipsticks. These are the Dose of Colors. I think they're matte liquid lipsticks. These are by far the best liquid lipsticks I've ever used, and the more that I get of them, the more I love them. They have a great color range. They go on really well. I like the applicator. I think the tubes are pretty. They go on smoothly, they dry down quickly, and they don't get crumbly, they don't fade weird. If you're going to wear it for a long time, you might notice that it'll start drying out your lips after a while. But as far as liquid lipsticks goes, I feel like this is one of the less drying formulas. I also love that I can use it without a lip liner. I can overline my lips with these. They won't bleed. I have a lot of these. I've bought quite a few over this last year, so I'm going to go ahead and swatch all of my favorites for you and I'll tell you what they are. Okay, so I did it with my left hand, so these are some of the messiest swatches ever, but I'm gonna show you these beautiful colors. This one right here is the color Sauvage. This was actually a Desi and Katie color. The next one right here is Extra Saucy. Then we have Chocolate Wasted. If you've seen the movie Grown Ups, I'm pretty sure that's the reference. And then we have Lazy Daisy. That's my favorite nude. It's so beautiful and I'm really excited that I found it. Then we have this one. This is Merlot. I think both of these are absolutely beautiful. They don't look super different side by side like this. They actually are quite different. This one is a bit darker. This one has a little bit more pink tones in it. Next we have Mondaze. Mondaze, so M-O-N-D-A-Z-E. And that one is a really beautiful mauve type tone. Then we have Coral Crush. I love this one. It's nice and bright and pigmented, and if you want a pop of color, that's where it's at. And then of course, Mood is the last one, and that one is a very classic fall color. I do have a few more besides this that are also beautiful, but these ones are my favorites. Okay, so next I want to talk about my favorite lashes. So the first ones I don't have in a pretty looking packaging or anything. These are the Ardell Magnetic Double Wispies, and so they're kind of just free floating in here. Actually, now that I look at it, these are the dummies. I like the double wispies. I really like these because they are nice for a day that you might want to take off your lashes and then reapply them and not have to fuss with glue or with it ripping off some of your eyeshadow or whatever. I don't know if you've ever slept in false lashes, but that is a sure way to ruin them. So if you're a napper and you like false lashes, I say get some magnetics. They're also a favorite of mine because they're my most viewed YouTube video. So they have kind of a soft spot in my heart because of that also. However, most of the time I'm wearing regular strip lashes and I have two of those that are in my favorites this year. These are the Koko lashes in Queen Bee. These are so pretty. They're dramatic and they're wispy. They're super wearable. I feel like with these you get the best of both worlds. They're dramatic, but they also have something about them that kind of makes them more wearable because of the wispiness. On me, they're definitely still kind of a statement lash, and I really like them. Then of course I have a pair of House of Lashes Iconic Lights. The thing I love about these is they're kind of spiky, they're a little crisscrossy, they're dramatic, they wing out on the ends, they add a lot of drama to an eye look. At the same time though, they're not so thick and so heavy that you can't see your eyeshadow behind them. You can wear these on the simplest of makeup looks or on the most dramatic makeup look, and either way, these are going to be a win. So moving on, next I'm gonna talk about eyeshadows. So I actually have 3 palettes that I think were just my absolute favorites this year. The first one is the Alamar Cosmetics Volume 1 palette. This palette is so colorful and so beautiful, and the metallics in it are phenomenal. I also really like the selection of the matte colors. I think that they are really versatile. You can wear them in the summertime, you can wear them in the fall, no matter what. They're warm, they're beautiful, they're vibrant. And these ones up here, they are so metallic, so foiled. This palette is unbelievable. The next 2 eyeshadow palettes I have are actually collabs with YouTubers. The first one is the Dream Street palette. This is a collaboration between Kathleen Lights and Colourpop. This one is really affordable on top of being fantastic, amazing. Such a cool color selection. I really like that it has these blues, but I really live in this area right here. Oh my goodness. I found myself this year going back to this palette over and over again and doing the same look. Normally I get bored of doing the same look over and over again. There's only a few palettes that I really go back to and just try to recreate the same thing over and over, and this one is one of those. It's just beautiful. Again, the metallics in this one are phenomenal. Very foiled and metallic, gorgeous. And then the other colors also are really creamy, super blendable. I really like this one a lot. I've tried a few Colourpop palettes this year, and this one is just by far the best one I've tried, hands down. And finally, the Jaclyn Hill palette. This is a collab between Jaclyn Hill and Morphe. And I mean, just look at this bad boy. Not only do you get a ton of colors in here, but you get a lot of variety. There's a lot of warm tones, a lot of neutral tones, but you also have some fun pops of color. And I think that this one basically has everything you need to be super creative with your makeup, or really simple with your makeup, if that's your thing. I mean, the only thing that I think this one's missing for me, I could have used for one of these 2 to be matte. Aside from that, this is phenomenal. So let's get into highlights. The first highlight I'm gonna show you actually really surprised me. I didn't expect to like it as much as I do. This is the Pure Cosmetics Afterglow highlight. It comes inside of this trio with like a blush, a bronzer, and the highlight. I don't know who would use either of these. This color is obnoxious. This is such a shimmery shade that I don't know how anyone could wear that as a bronzer. This, however, is phenomenal. So here is the shade swatched, and you can just see how beautiful that is. That is a intense highlight. I feel like this is the kind of highlight that you want for that like Instagram photo that's like super intense and blinding. I do think that you probably have to have my skin tone or darker to pull that one off though, because it is a bit gold. The next highlight I want to talk about is another oldie but a goodie. This is Becca Cosmetics Champagne Pop. I've hit some intense pan on this one. This color, just like the name, is a champagne tone. It also has a little bit of a gold tone in it, and here's what it looks like in comparison with the other one. This one you could probably get away with a little bit of a more fair skin tone than this one. I could be wrong. I guess it could also depend on your skin tone. But this one is beautiful. I love it because it can be really nice and natural or buildable to something that's kind of poppin'. Champagne pop. I didn't do that on purpose. Moving on. So the final one, this is my all-time favorite highlight. It hasn't been dethroned since I purchased it the first time. This is the Laura Gellar Gilded Honey highlight. I've also hit pan on this one. Just to be totally honest, this one is so much better than the other two. If you're going to pick one of the three, this one is where it's at. There that one is. So here's all three of those. Just like Champagne Pop, you can put a little bit on and have it be quite natural, especially because it just looks wet when you put it on the skin. If you want it to be intense and just like that Instagram highlight, it will do exactly what you want. Use a little Fix Plus, forget about it. All of those are worth mentioning, but I wouldn't be surprised if next year, the same time I'm making another one of these videos and I'm saying, yeah, Gilded Honey, there's nothing better. Now for blush, I don't have one blush, but I actually have a blush palette, also from Morphe. This is the Morphe 9N palette. I love this palette because it has a really nice selection. Some of these are matte, some of them have shimmer, some of them are deep, some of them are light and pink. They're just really nice, but they're all kind of natural, more nude tones. I feel like there's so much pigment and so much diversity that this is definitely worth the buy. So now for eyebrows. For most of the year, or at least the first 9 months, so yeah, most of the year, I was using Anastasia products, and I really like Anastasia. I like their dip brow, I like their eyebrow pencils, but I recently switched over to this. This is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and the thing I love about this is it's a fraction of the price, and after using Anastasia products for months and then switching to this one, I would have thought that this one just would pale in comparison, but I've found that I actually like this one more now. It has a teeny tiny little micro sized tip and of course a spoolie on the other end. And unlike a pomade or even a powder, this one is going to be easy to apply, easier than a pomade, but also longer lasting than just a powder. I believe this is only $6 or $7, at the most maybe $10, but definitely worth it, so good, try it out. Okay, we're getting towards the end. So next is concealers. I have two. I have the Tarte Shape Tape. It is so full coverage, it's smoothing, it's really blendable, you don't need a lot. But my favorite thing about it is that it does not crease on me. It's annoyingly expensive, but I've found that I can use drugstore foundation and it works beautifully, and if I use the Shape Tape, I'm gonna have full coverage, I'm gonna have expensive looking makeup, it's gonna do wonders for my skin. It's just gorgeous. An honorable mention that I don't like as much but I think is still great is the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. This one is also pretty full coverage, not too creasy. I do think that they run a little bit yellow toned. If you're looking for something affordable, but that also has good coverage and is nice and smooth and not too creasy, I would say Colourpop No Filter is a great selection. Of course, if you've been watching my channel, you'll know that the foundation I've been using over and over and over again is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. This foundation is awesome and it's $6. I mean, it's phenomenal. I think I've gone through like 4 or 5 of these bottles. I don't think I've ever gone through any other foundation as much as I've gone through that one. It's beautiful, it's easy to apply, it looks great, it's long lasting. It's not too matte, but it also is mattifying, so it kind of smooths everything out. At the same time, it doesn't look so matte that it's unnatural. I think that even if you have dry skin, you could use that one and it would be great. It's just a really nice formula for a very affordable price. The one that I've fallen in love with more recently is the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation. This one I've been enjoying because my skin is a bit drier than it used to be ever since I had surgery. And this one, it looks healthy. I think that's the best way to describe it. Perhaps if you have ultra oily skin, it might not be super long lasting. But if you have anything from like combo to normal to dry, I think that this one is going to be absolutely beautiful on you. I really love it. Oh, I almost forgot. So I haven't even gone over a powder yet, but this one has been a lifesaver for me. This is the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder in Translucent. It kind of smells like a grandma perfume, I guess. It's really pungent. If you can get over that smell, this one is phenomenal for setting down your makeup. If you have oily skin, it will be your best friend. But if you just want your makeup to last for a long time, this with a wet beauty sponge is perfect. My favorite primer of the year is the Dr. Brandt Luminizer Primer. This one I actually could use when my skin was oily, but I like it even more now that my skin isn't oily. I just feel like it gives my skin a nice healthy glow while also kind of blurring my pores. Last but not least is Carmex. It's just this little tub of Carmex. I had a really big issue with dry lips. I've kind of had this issue for a long time, but I had more of an issue this last year, especially after surgery. Gosh, I bring that up all the time. But after surgery, everything just kind of dried out. My skin was dry, my hair was dry, my lips were dying. They were just withering up and cracking and practically falling off of my face. I was really afraid to use this because I've always heard, oh, if it's medicated, your lips will get so used to it and then you can't stop using it. It's like addicting. So I would always use things that I thought were going to hydrate my lips without having that addiction factor. But finally I was like, this is past regular natural hydration. I need medicine. So I started using it at nighttime, and let me tell you, it has made my lips so much nicer. They're even nicer than they were before surgery. I'm not dealing with chapped lips in the morning. If I don't use it every night, it's fine. I was so worried about my lips being addicted, but now that I've been using it, I actually see that it's fine. I don't know if that's an issue for other people. It must be an issue for someone because that's what I heard, but man, for me, it has worked absolute wonders. And if you have tried everything and you can't figure it out, Carmex is cheap and it works really good, and you don't have to use it every day. You can use it every other night before bed and you're good to go, and your lips will thank you for it. Anyway, that's everything. So what were your favorite products of the year? I would love to know. Leave them in a comment down below because I'm always in the market for great makeup. Anyway, thank you so much for your time, especially if you made it to the end. You the real MVP. I hope that you'll give this video a like and subscribe to my channel before you leave. Hit the notification bell to know whenever I post a new video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.